Welcome everyone, Mate Talk time, lining myself up. I have a marker here. This is where the camera's, the seat's got to go so everything's in sync. Yes, hello. Okay, here we go. I hope you have an awesome drink before you. Mine naturally is my mate. Last week I asked everyone to, I'm gonna come across the table. Last week I asked everyone to write in what is it that you're drinking. I would love to know. So we're back on this, everyone. We had a water, we had 3 coffees, we had 1 mate, Ricardo, my friend. So Ricardo and I, no, Roberto, I called you Ricardo, sorry man. It's Harold, but he was the young man who joined me on the Exxon's tour, and he wanted to be known as Roberto throughout the tour. So Roberto was drinking mate along with me, and we also have a tea in there, but it's a very unique tea. It's a gaikuro, I think. It's a Japanese tea, prepared in a very unique way. I was getting the full description. It sounds awesome and welcome. All right, let me begin. For those who are not aware, the France perfume experience, really quickly, for those who are aware, they're like, oh my gosh, this guy's banging on about it again. We've got a few seats left to sell. I was gonna say a few seats left available. That's a nicer word. A few seats left available, and we wanna make sure that we're letting everybody know, because we are gonna do a cutoff, because then that way we can start rolling out and putting everything together. The good news is we had an awesome uptake. So for those who have booked a seat, we're moving forward, baby. This is actually happening. I'll tell you a little bit more as to why. There is a few seats left, so those who might be sitting on the fence going, we'd like to invite you. Join us. It's gonna be awesome. To let you know, I'm getting a call. Actually, I'm getting a call from Michael Marzano. I wanna talk to him, but I will talk to him in a minute. I'm gonna send him a message. Michael, I'll call you in a sec, my bro. All right, so the France perfume experience, what's it about? It is a chance to be absolutely immersive when it comes to all things niche perfumery. 3 days in Paris, 3 days, oh my, everyone's ringing. Now, I've got another phone call happening. Let me tell them. Everyone knows I'm shooting Mate Talk right now. 3 days in Paris, 3 days in Grasse, and the idea behind it is immersive perfume experience. We are partnering with both Javoy and Sorador, and it's all about just getting, seeping it into our skin when it comes to all things niche perfumery. We are planning more things, just to give you a heads up. So if you look at the website, you'll see, I guess, top end things that we're gonna be doing, but there's other things that that are in play at the moment, and we're gonna be moving through with that. We've just finished booking the hotels. Maison Athénée in Paris, gorgeous little place. In the 9th arrondissement. It looks, well, I saw it when I was in Paris. I love the location of it. You step out and you feel like you're in Paris. It's not in a highly tourist area, which is what I wanted to, I guess, avoid. I mean, you want to feel like you're in Paris, but not like, 10,000 million tourists walking past your door. Nothing wrong with tourists. I'm one of those. It's funny how you go to a place and you're like, oh my gosh, so many tourists. And then you're like, hang on a second, I'm one of those. Anyway, so in the Paris, it's a beautiful little boutique hotel that we'll be staying at. Then in Grasse, we're going to Royal Moujon Golf Course, a bit of French, a bit of English, and we've booked suites in those. So everyone, it's just a glorious looking place, and yeah, we'll be enjoying some time in. I'm hoping the weather is divine, because the whole place just looks magic. So if you would like to join us, have a look at the website. You'll see the details there. There are a few seats available, so we'd love you to join us if you are available. Last week I asked everyone about your suggestion on boutiques I could go, and we could do a meetup. I'm gonna be in the US mid-September, so I'll announce dates very soon. We're actually flying into the US around the 7th or the 8th of September, so I'm thinking mid-September we will be doing the West Coast, and for that I got a lot of votes for the Beverly Hills Boutique. Alan, everyone says Alan's an awesome guy. I'm gonna reach out to Alan, and look, I'm gonna leave this open a little bit more, so if you've got any other suggestions, please put them out there. Otherwise, Beverly Hills Boutique is where we're gonna be doing a catch-up, if Alan says yes. I mean, he may say, get out of here. That's where I'm thinking it should happen. And Fred made a really good suggestion for the East Coast, and that is Fuea on Madison Avenue. The reason why I said Madison Avenue, my daughter's name's Madison, and we did the Foyer meetup in Milan. I'm all about these sorts of things. Not that I believe in Lucky Charms, but I'm all about, you know, these sort of little things. Anyway, yeah. So Foyer, 100%. I'm going to reach out to the Foyer people in New York. We'll do a catch up. I'll put dates out. Give me another couple of weeks, sort myself out, and I'll share that with everybody. All right, let me show you this. So these are all the incredible people, arigato gozaimashita, who are part of the members of the channel. I want to thank you all for being a member, for actually joining. Now, I want to show you this individual here. This is Fabio. Fabio sent me an email, so just give you a quick sort of update on that. He sent me an email a little while back saying, look, I love the thought of the membership, but paying $4 or this charge coming out of my credit card, $4 every month is tedious. Send me an invoice for the full amount. YouTube doesn't allow me to do that, to do a 12-month membership. He insisted, and so anyway, he's bought a 12-month membership. So Fabio, thank you. So Fabio's name is in here, and this is the, actually I'll show you this. This is now the will. What do you get when you become a member of the channel? Every month I'm gonna spin, the lucky person will get a chance to win some samples that I curate especially for you. So you tell me what you like, fragrances that you enjoy. I'll put some fragrances in there, I'll send it across to you, and you'll be able to experience that. Now, these are legit samples. I'm reaching across. These are legit samples that I have. I get a nice vast collection from different suppliers. I like it for me, but I also want to share it with others, so this is what's going to happen. These are the spin. I'm going to put it on, because I love hearing the sound. Good luck, everybody. Dreyfunden. Now I think that's like I don't think that's someone's name. Maybe it is. Dreyfunden. You've got, if I'm not mistaken, you've got like this little hamster or a little mouse as your emoji, as your thumbnail, sorry. Congrats, my man, or my lady. Congrats, my person. Send me a DM, here's my handle. Let me know what kind of fragrances you enjoy. I'll put some suggestions forward, and also send me your postal address. I'll send that out to you. So congratulations to you. We'll spin again next month, and good luck to everyone involved. All right, let me move forward. Now, what I'm gonna do here at the end of this, so the next part of this video, we'll be talking about, baby, what's your name? And so it's a new segment that I've created. It's actually going really well. I'm getting a lot of great views and traction and a lot of great comments. I'm gonna do a little bit of a wrap up today. I've got some fragrances here that I wanna talk about. If you're not, so that's at the end, there's chapter markers, you can skip to that, but what I'm gonna do right now is a little bit of controversy, a little bit of nothing to do with perfume, definitely everything to do with the channel. I do want your input, similar to what we did last week where I asked some questions and I got some feedback. I want your feedback on this, okay? Before I go into the question and the scenario and then the feedback, let me give you two experiences. Experience number one, I was in the Oillataguerre store with Kevin. Customer walked in, and I normally, in that scenario, I always take a step backwards. I sit down somewhere and go on my phone. And if anything, I like watching Kevin in action and as he promotes and sells and communicates to a customer based on what they like and love. Anyway, the customer was asking a lot of questions that I knew Kevin had answered on his channel. So I thought I'd pipe in, and also to support my bro. I said to this customer, did you know that Kevin has his own YouTube channel? A lot of the stuff you're asking is actually on there. It's pretty awesome. He does a lot of work, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the person responded going, oh yeah, I know about Kevin's channel. I watch it all the time. And I thought, awesome, you're a subscriber. The person then responded really quickly, going, oh no, I don't subscribe. And in that moment, I'm like, it was almost like a what? And so I asked the obvious, which is, why don't you subscribe? I mean, you watch all his content. The person then responded in saying, oh, no, I don't like subscribing. I only subscribe to certain people. And I thought, hang on a second. You just said that you like watching his content. You've come into the store as a result of the content to now smell the fragrances. So I got a little bit Latino, Latinos get hot-headed really fast. And I quickly jumped in again. I said, hang on a second. So you're saying you watch all the content, you come into his store, you spray on his perfumes, and you're not willing to do a subscribe, which doesn't cost any money. I said those words. At that moment, I saw Kevin. He did this to me. It's like, cool down, it's okay. And I thought, true, this is not my business. This is not my fight. This is not my, so I'm like, I just thought, sorry. And the person got, because obviously I came out of the gate a little bit fast, and said, no, because I don't subscribe to everybody. And anyway, started to explain as to why not. Admittedly, after that person left, I asked Kevin, I said, I find that really unusual. I just almost like, I don't know. And I said to him, look, you're a better man than I am, because I don't know. I mean, they're coming in to, to spray my perfumes and everything else. And anyway. But I also realized, hang on a second, I'm getting really emotional on something I have no control over, so I gotta let it go. It's got nothing to do with me, If a person wants to subscribe, cool. If you don't, well, cool too. All right. Second experience. As you know, I've been doing a lot of, sorry, I'm pouring my mate. Have you noticed? I've run out. In the prep up for this, I was drinking a lot of mate. Excuse me. Can you tell I'm a little bit hyper? Anyway, so the second experience was doing a lot of meetups around the world. I'm keeping this very androgynous. I'm not telling who the persons are, where I am in the world, etc. Because I don't want anyone to, just so you know, the key to all this is you do you, all right? So in no way am I making anyone, or I don't want to make anyone feel guilty. No, it's a question, and I've got some thoughts behind it, but I'm opening this up because I want to know more, okay? So at one of these stores, someone comes up to me, and they didn't know that I was going to be there, because they're like, oh my gosh, Marcelo, you're here. And I feel very humbled by that, because I'm thinking, well, people know me. And that sounded a bit vain. No, it's, people recognize me, because of the channel and stuff like that. Anyway, we started chatting. What are your favorite perfumes? Yada, yada. Then this person, without me asking the question, because I don't ask the question, said, I don't actually subscribe to your channel, but I love all your content. And I found that like, huh? I thought, okay. But I thought, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing, because, so I didn't say anything. I said, oh, okay, no worries, that's cool. And it was almost like, because I guess because I didn't say anything, the person felt obliged to go the next step. And the reason why I don't, and it started to explain to me, the truth is, I didn't listen to that response, because I just felt that it was, I don't know, just in my brain, I'm thinking, I don't understand. So I guess I look at it from my point of view, and that is, when I'm watching someone's, and this is pre the channel, okay? When I would watch someone's content, after 2 or 3 times, if I really liked what they were doing, I wouldn't subscribe, because in the end, it didn't cost me anything. So, and I figured, because they were saying, hey, don't forget to subscribe, I figured that this is some level of currency for them. So I'm like, yeah, no worries, I'll subscribe. So now, in doing the mate talk today, I thought, do I bring this up? Do I not bring it up? Do I just leave it alone? It's not a big deal. Who cares, right? Have a look at this, though. This is a metric that I see often. So the great thing about YouTube is it shows great algorithms. It shows great analytics. It shows all the things that are going down. And one metric that I see is this, and that is that there's a lot of people who watch the content but are not subscribers. So more than half watch but don't subscribe. Sometimes, at first it used to trouble me. I'm like, what's going on? Why are people not subscribing? Because in the end, it is a level of currency for us. And I'll go one more. Here's the next thing. This is what came through today. And this was like my sign, the sign from the universe that, yes, let's talk about this. So this came in from, and this was on the recent leather lineup that I did, in which it said, that the YouTube algorithm is punishing me. And I've had this come through a few times when people say, I can't believe, the algorithm is so mean to you, basically. Now, this is how I look at it, okay? Very early on, I was trying to understand the algorithm, and I would watch algorithm videos, do this, and if you do that, if you scratch your head like this, the algorithm will realize and push it out more. And then I watched the video from Mr. Beast, and he said, forget the algorithm, just create great content. The rest will take care of itself. And for me, that resonates. It's perfect, because at the end of the day, the channel, just like, I guess, any form of media, the media is what will drive it out, and people picking it up and going, whoa, this is cool, I want to see more. So my focus, I've forgotten what you know, scratch like this. Make sure you have your hand here. There was some weird stuff where you write this and write that and that, and I'm like, it just didn't look right for me visually, so I never did. Anyway. However, as a currency within YouTube, for it to be pushed out, I do know that the mass of subscribers is one component to, I guess, that what YouTube looks at. The other one is likes, views, and comments. Now, I'm going to say this is always a level of currency, but this is the currency across any media. So whether it's newspapers, publications, TV shows, you know, whatever it may be, these are the same metrics. Are people watching and consuming your content? So here's my question. Drink first. My mouth has gone dry. How do I increase, how do I invite those people who are watching the content but not subscribing? Firstly, I'm going to do it right now. If you're not a subscriber, I would love you to subscribe. It would be an awesome support to the work that I do. It would be an awesome support to me. It will help the work that I'm doing it opens the conversation up to a larger audience. It also helps me when I actually speak to perfume companies, perfumers. Recently, I had an opportunity to catch up with Yerba Maté. And I know that these individuals are looking at, you know, what's my audience like, you know? So this helps the channel to continue to expand and to grow. So if you are watching the content, if you love this content, you're enjoying it, I'd love you to subscribe. I'd love you to click that subscribe button and join this conversation. Or not join this, join, you know, in the support of the channel, in joining the support of the channel. The next thing is now the question to you guys. And that is, I've seen some of the channels, what they do is that they have like subscriber forum activities, such as live events. I haven't done that only because I feel like I'm excluding people, you know, so I want this to be inclusive. And again, I go back to what I said earlier, and that is, you do you. That was only an invitation, but even after the invitation, you're like, well, you know, I've got my reasons why I don't subscribe. I respect that completely. And you can continue to watch and enjoy the content that is being created. I don't have a problem with this. I genuinely don't have a problem with this. So by me saying now only subscribers will, I'm actually sending a message to everybody going, you know, if you're not a subscriber, you can't join the party. And that's why I haven't done it, because I'm like, I want everybody to be part of the party. I mean, anyway, so, but if you get things, I mean, I'm subscribed to other channels like Rick Beato, for those who like music and things like that. I love this guy, and I love the way he does. Mind you, he's an old chap like I am, and so I like seeing what the old boys are doing, you know, competing against the young boys with their fit abs. You know, us old boys, we don't have that. Well, some of us do, but I don't. So Rick Beato, he's at 3 million. And I notice that he continues to go, hey, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. I don't know if you've noticed. I don't do that. And the reason why is I go back, and I go back to you do you. You're going to subscribe whether you want to or not. But if Rick Beato at 3 million is still doing that, if what's his name, Mr. Beast at, I don't know, 20, 100 million, trillion, manillion that he has, he still does it, you know? So if those big dogs are doing it, then maybe I should do it too. That's another question. Should I? Because I normally don't. If you watch my videos, I never say, hey, don't forget to subscribe. Only because I just like, if you want to, you're going to do it. I do have a lower third, like this, that says, hey, and it's more of a visual cue in case, you know, subscribe would be cool. Boom. The question, what do I do? Because I would like to see, I can now see very clearly, this is something that I want to expand much more deeper in and keep going. Like I said, things like the fragrance tour, this is a first step into something that I would like to explore more. I mean, Kevin and I, we've even created I won't say it because I need Kevin's permission. But anyway, the fragrance tour is something that is, so you give you an idea that this is something that I want to move deeper and deeper into. But yeah, I need the YouTube algorithm to help me, but I also would love to invite you to help me too. Boom, that's the end of it. Okay, moving on. And those who have clicked forward, we're here now. Hey everyone. All right, so I've introduced a new concept called Baby What's Your Name. The point behind the Baby What's Your Name, other than pure fun. Visually, this now we let go and allow the moment to take us. Have a look at this part. Actually, I'm running out of time, so I'm not gonna, don't look at look at the video. The video is funny. Have a look at the one with Maddie and I. There is a moment in there where the Sound of Music explodes. If you haven't watched it, I get a lot of people going, who created this? That, and let me just say, I filmed that in Bolzano, which is the north of Italy, in 2017. That conversation just happened naturally, and I remember that I had that video, and bada bing, it all came out. Anyway, so let me just show you this. So these are all spoiler alerts, by the way. If you haven't watched the videos, I'm about to tell you what are the fragrances that these individuals chose. The first one is Kevin, this video here. And the idea is that I blindfold people and I get them to smell. And the idea behind that is, what's a fragrance that will make you turn your head? And sometimes we get distracted by the bottle, or we think, oh no, that's more of a female leaning or more masculine leaning. And he said, because this one here is ZAHAROFF Signature Rosé, which is incredible. A lot of men, and even he said in the video, a lot of men buy this, okay? However, blindfolded, he smelt this, and he said that he could smell this on a woman and it would be divine. Interestingly, you can see the level of consumption on this. So I have a perfume bar that's here. A lot of my editors, and actually a lot of my editors are all young ladies. They're women, they're females. And this is a big hitter. So they enjoy spraying this particular fragrance. So on a woman, Signature Rosé is beautiful. It has the beautiful rose note, but it has other components. The incense, a little bit of woodiness to it, and it's got a jammy component. Actually, it's funny, as Kevin was smelling it, he said that there was a rosy jamminess to it. Anyway, he imagined what it would smell like. You know, so like he said, we're having dinner and all of a sudden he could smell this trail and be like, oh my gosh, who's wearing that? So this thing here is gorgeous. All right. So I would recommend to you ZAHAROFF Signature Rosé as an awesome fragrance. The one that, so here's Carolina, we did another one, another video, and she could not get enough of this. This is a TRUDON, and it's MEDIE. And because of, I mean, I've forgotten how incredible this fragrance is, I've been wearing this. So I've been wearing this nonstop, just about. This one here has a beautiful grapefruit citrus note on the opening. Supposedly it has a white floral. I sprayed it earlier. But to me, the white floral isn't very pronounced. So that jasmine isn't, it's not a jasmine, there's a greenness in here. The citrus remains. This for summer or for spring, a bright day, please, you need to go check this out. Actually, this was a showstopper for Carolina. She loved the scent trail that this fragrance had. So this is MEDIE by TRUDON, big hitter when it comes, actually, a friend of mine, I gave him a sample of this. He chose this as his wedding fragrance. So it's a really, really good fragrance. The next two are Maddie. So my daughter and I, we filmed together. And the reason why I'm bringing these up, because these are the ones that are, now that we've sort of, I guess, reminded ourselves internally about these fragrances, we're using them again and again. So Maddie, blindfolded, smelled rose tobacco rose, sorry. Tobacco rose. This is divine. So this is a fragrance that well, firstly, I enjoy wearing it. So this is a fragrance that I love wearing. I love the sillage that this thing has. For me, it's very caramelly, very gourmand sort of leaning when it comes to a rose tobacco fragrance. My wife has recently fallen in love with this. I can smell this everywhere, around the house, in the car, on the street. So she has now just like, rose tobacco has become her signature scent of late. The sillage that this thing has, the longevity of this baby here is phenomenal. Winter, amazing. Summer, fantastic. Spring, oh my gosh. So this is a really, really, really good all year round fragrance. It does have, so I said that this has a jamminess to it. I find that this is like jamminess on another level. It's sort of increased a little bit more. It almost leans gourmand to me. It's almost like you can taste it. But as a Beautiful rose, tobacco fragrance, just pure magic. BDK, I'd recommend this one to you. And the one that was a showstopper for Maddie was UDEN Overdose. What I love about this is that I've had a lot of subscribers after that video came out who have said, I forgot about my UDEN. And it's nice to be reminded about these fragrances. They've pulled, this baby out. The only lament that I've heard again and again is it's only a 50 ml bottle. Why doesn't XERJOFF do 100 ml of this? Which I would have to agree. Funny, all these big hitters like Tony Yomi, this one, gorgeous baby, oh my gosh. They're in 50 ml. So other than that, this fragrance is spectacular. It is this beautifully lemony, vanilla, ambery, but it has a white floral component to it. Works on a man, works on a woman. Maddie in the video said that, because I had the question, what would be a good fragrance for a wedding? And Maddie's comment was that if the groom was wearing this, that the bride would just run down the altar just to be with the groom. So it's one of those fragrances. It has really good sillage. It has incredible power and longevity. Projection is amazing. I've been banging on about this one, but I do love UDEN Overdose is just incredible and glorious, and I am finished. I look forward to your comments, everyone. I look forward to my little, the drama that I raised. But if not, don't forget to subscribe, like, and I look forward to your comments. We'll see you guys all on the next Maté Talk.